Hello everyone, it's David Bratanek with Coldwell Banker Southwest Realty. Today we're going to go through the market stats of October of 2023. So let's just get started. So the trend so far this year from sort of the summer onwards has been pretty low sales. So we've been averaging about 100 sales a month throughout the summer and then September and October. And so for October we had 104 total sales. That's down about 15.5% from October of last year. And last year was probably a little bit more typical for the total number of sales, but the sale price was low, and we'll get into that in a second. But the total number of sales for September was 87, that was down 32%, and so we are seeing decreased number of sales. Now that is affecting the sale prices a little bit, but not nearly as much as probably most people would think or would hope for if you're a buyer trying to get into the market. The average sale price was $513,000 last month. That's an increase of 9.5% over last year. Again, last year October sales prices were very, very low at $468,000 for the average, and the median sale price was $472,000. That's a 16.5% increase over the $405,000 that the median was last October. Now let's compare it to September of this year to see where we are, and we are down a little bit. The average sale price in September was $522, in October $513, so again down about $9,000, and the median sale price at $487 before, that's for September, and then $472, so we are down a little bit on the median sale price as well. So my prediction from earlier in the year was obviously wrong. I thought that we would see a rebound in the market in sort of September, October, November, and we've seen the opposite. Sales numbers have dropped off, but the average and median sale prices seem to remain pretty steady. They are slowly coming down, and I would like to see that start to reverse course and go up a little bit. Now, nobody really wants the market that we had before in sort of the 2020 to 2022 era, where we saw multiple offers and the market going crazy and we had really, really rapid growth. We don't want to see that. What we do want to see is stability in the market, stability in prices, stability in sales. We would like to see an increase in sale prices over time. Not saying that we want to see big increases. What we want to see is just kind of slow, steady growth, so that if you buy a house, you know that if you have to sell it in a year or 2 years, that you're probably going to be okay. That maybe you haven't made any money because of all the commissions and lawyer fees, land title insurance, land transfer tax, all of that kind of stuff, but that you would at least break even if you bought a house and lived in it for a couple of years. Now, what I see for the future, it's expected that stats for the inflation rate are supposed to be coming out, I think, in the next couple of weeks. And so we should see what's going on there. I did read a recommendation or a prediction that it would be around the 3.1, 3.2% range, which is considerably lower than where it was. And it shows that these interest rates have had an effect. Now, part of that is gas prices have been dropping, even though oil prices are up. I'm not an expert on commodities trading, but that does seem counterintuitive to me. But I think we're going to see lower numbers on, for sure, gasoline for inflation. And then the only kind of real sticking point is housing costs. And housing costs are directly related to the interest rates. So the higher the interest rate, the higher the housing cost. Because anybody who's on a variable, which I think right now is about 30%, maybe of all houses, maybe it's lower than that. I don't think it's any more than that for sure, are on variable rate mortgages. And so those mortgages are higher now than they were when people entered into them. But we'll see what happens. They are kind of talking about the possibility of next year having some rate decreases. And I think once we have that first rate decrease, we'll probably see some more buyers entering the market, because what that's going to do, it's not necessarily that the interest rates are going to lower enough in order to offset the higher interest or the higher mortgage costs. What's going to happen though is that's going to signal to the market that we are back to a situation where interest rates are going to start declining, or they're going to stay the same And so people are going to take that as a sign it's time to get back into the real estate market as a buyer. And so what you should do right now is really up to you. I've always said this: if you're entering the market right now, it might not be a bad time, because as I say, as we see interest rates, if we see them start to decrease, we're going to see a flood to the market there, and that's going to push prices up when people get there. If you're looking to sell and get out of the market, I don't know if this is the right time. I would probably wait till spring if it was me, knowing that if I'm trying to just maximize the sale price of my house, which some people are, but honestly some people aren't. Everything happens in life, and there's a lot of times where I need to sell my house now because I'm going to a retirement home and those spots don't open up very often, or I have another housing opportunity that I can't wait for, so I need to sell now. And if you do, we are still seeing good pricing, unless you've bought your house. If you're in that situation, you probably haven't bought your house in the last couple of years, but if you have, in the last couple of years, you're probably going to take a bit of a hit on it. If you've bought prior to like 2019 or earlier than that, then you've done very, very well. Realistically, house prices only really matter when you buy and when you sell them, because anywhere in between, if you're just moving between two different houses, kind of lateral moves, basically you're trading. You buy high, you sell high, you buy low, you sell low. Either way, it's a trade between what you have and what you're buying, and so it all comes out kind of as a wash there. Anyway, if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out, and in December I will do another stats video, and then in January I'll do a recap for the entire year and my predictions for all of January of 2024. But as we go towards a holiday season, if I see you around any of the events at the office, feel free to reach out. And I'm always happy to help and answer any questions that you've got. Thanks, and have a great day. Thank you for watching my video. Please like and subscribe if you'd like to hear more from me. If you have comments, please leave them in the comment section below, or contact me. All of my contact information is beside me and below me in the description. Have a great day.